Hey guys and girls, and welcome back to the #1 channel on real estate. Now before we get started, make sure to hit that like button, and if you enjoy the video, make sure you subscribe to be part of the Daily Hit family. Now let's get back to the video. Finding the right home can be incredibly difficult. Price isn't everything, but it's pretty darn important. From a variety of factors like location to amenities and more, finding a house that checks all the boxes is not easy. And if you're in the market for an affordable home, things get even harder. We've compiled a list of homes that are currently on the market at various price points, so you can find one that'll meet your needs and fit into your budget. Top 8 current median home prices in the United States. These days, home buyers are stressed out a lot, and they have a lot of questions. They're concerned about how much mortgage rates will rise, how to win enormous bidding competitions, whether to take up residence in the suburbs or a city, is the open kitchen, modern farmhouse, and cottagecore design still a thing? Despite the upheaval and anxiety, there's one common question that rises from the mire. Just how much house can I really buy for my money? The answer, as always, is this. It all depends on where you're looking in the United States. Here's a shocker. The median list price of a house in the United States was $375,000 in December, according to Realtor.com's most recent statistics. While that price may seem ridiculous for some regions of the US, it won't get purchasers much more than a walk-in closet-sized home in more costly places like Silicon Valley or New York's Westchester County. That's why Realtor.com's data team conducted a study to determine how much square footage $375,000 will purchase in different parts of the country. For the nationwide median price, you can get a small condo in San Jose or a spacious home with 4 times the bedrooms and almost 10 times the square footage in places like Youngstown, Ohio, says Realtor.com chief economist Danielle Hale. The silver lining for cash-strapped people looking to buy larger properties for a cheaper price is that as remote work becomes more popular among white-collar professionals, individuals may expand their search beyond the most expensive regions and into less costly areas of the nation. Yes, purchasers can acquire a home for less than $400,000 if they're prepared to relocate. Unsurprisingly, the locations where buyers will receive the least space for their money is on the coastlines with robust economies and high-paying occupations. In smaller towns in the South and Midwest, money goes a lot further since their economies aren't as strong, yet home values have risen but remain low in relation to the rest of the country. The big difference in bang for your buck is a reflection of differences in supply and demand for real estate in these areas, as well as local factors like cost of construction and people's incomes, Hale says. To come up with our findings, we researched how many square feet the median home price would purchase in the 100 most populous cities last month. Take advantage of the property's high traffic count. Metros include the main city and adjacent towns, as well as the outlying suburbs and smaller urban areas. Then, in order to demonstrate the gap, we cut it down to 8 locations where purchasers could obtain everything from a mansion in the Rust Belt to a cozy one-bedroom apartment in the San Francisco Bay Area. Finding houses in these price ranges was difficult due to the housing scarcity, which intensifies during the winter months, and because most want everything they need at a moment's notice. But we searched far and wide for the properties that met the requirements. So, where will a buyer's money stretch the most, and where will it not? Number 1. San Jose, California. Square footage for $375,000? 458. The San Jose metro area has long held the title as one of the most expensive real estate markets in the United States, and the COVID-19 pandemic hasn't slowed it down. High-paying IT employment at companies like Google, Apple, and Facebook allows residents and workers to afford to pay up. With a premium on space and limited inventory, bidding wars and offers above asking price are pretty typical. One egregious example, a modest 1,300 square foot house near Yahoo's headquarters in Sunnyvale was recently sold for almost $1 million more than it had been advertised for. High-tech companies and workers have flourished in the pandemic, with the affluent becoming hugely more affluent than ever, says Patrick Carlisle, chief market analyst for the San Francisco Bay Area for Compass. To put it another way, $375,000 isn't nearly enough in San Jose. For a little over $400,000, plus monthly homeowners association fees, first-timers can get this small 648 square foot one-bedroom condo. Number 2. Miami, Florida. Square footage for $375,000? 1,060. Out-of-state firms, individuals, and retirees rushing to sunnier climates and lower taxes have driven costs in the Sunshine State to rise during the last year, especially in Miami. The high-end West Palm Beach, which is home to the Trump family and other celebrities, makes up the 8th largest metropolis in the nation. That, however, is just one of the reasons why houses are so expensive. A growing number of high-rise, oceanfront luxury apartments constructed in recent years also implies that $375,000 won't buy buyers as much space as they may desire. You've had your eye on a home in the Magic City, but you don't have an unlimited trust fund to use. There's a lot of space to fill out on your own, but it can also be difficult. you'll need to spend some time looking and give up some room. A one-bedroom, 1,000 square foot condo with views of Biscayne Bay and slip access is on the market for $375,000. Number 3. Phoenix, Arizona. Square footage for $375,000, 1,456. Phoenix's solid economy and mild weather are just a few of the reasons why the desert city, which is popular with retirees and families, has seen a steady rise in new residents over time. A housing shortage like the rest of the country has resulted in steadily rising costs in the nation's fifth largest city, but builders have been buying up land at a quick clip lately, while investors have been pouring in. The latter tend to buy houses in order to convert them into rentals or sell them for a profit. Thus, there are plenty of move-in-ready residences on the market. A recently updated two-bedroom house in Glendale, about 9 miles from downtown Phoenix, is currently listed for $379,000. Number 4. Spokane, Washington. Square footage for $375,000, 1,708. Spokane is located about 4 hours east of Seattle and is known for its outdoor appeal. It provides the Pacific Northwest experience without the eye-popping costs of Seattle. In this former railroad hub, transplants and retirees have discovered that their money goes further. That's one of the reasons why Realtor.com economics team chose to include Seattle in their list of top housing markets to watch in 2022. Single-family homes make up the majority of the houses for sale in the city's core, although there are plenty of vacant jobs where ambitious buyers can build their ideal homes. This charming restyled 3-bedroom Craftsman with 2 main-floor bedrooms, ideal for aged persons wanting to stay in their homes, dating from 1907, listed for $375,000 recently. It's a shade under 1,600 square feet. Number 5. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Square footage for $375,000, 1,942. A steady flow of East Coasters are moving to the relatively affordable city of brotherly love in Philadelphia. While the city has a number of historic places, it also offers a variety of artsy areas for trendy people. Fishtown, which was the focus of the 5th season of the popular Netflix series Queer Eye, is one example. While buyers from expensive cities in the Northeast may get more space for their money, Philadelphia is still a city with limited land available. That indicates that people are somewhat restricted in what they may get for $375,000. You're not going to get rolling hills and swimming pools and off-street parking, because most homes here don't have that, says Gene Whipple, a realtor and team leader at Philly Homegirls, and agent at Elephant Wissahickon. But the city's amenities and plentiful public transit options more than make up for it. A brand new 3-bedroom townhouse in South Philadelphia with outside space is presently available for just over the national average. Number 6. Greenville, South Carolina. Square footage for $375,000, 2,451. As a result of its lower housing costs, attractive weather, and mild winters, this hot real estate market has drawn people in recent years looking for their first house or a second home. The vibrant downtown, packed with art studios, breweries, and local eateries, features a stable economy, with many businesses establishing roots and hiring. With more and more people moving to cities, the housing market has heated up in recent years, resulting in a slew of new construction projects. There are now many alternatives for those on a tight budget as a result of the current construction boom, and numerous flippers rehabilitating older homes. The Greenville metro area is more affordable than many other parts of the country, especially for individuals that are willing to move out from the city, given prices are increasing and inventory is tight. In this region, though, you can get much more room for your money. This newly updated 4-bedroom house in nearby Easley is a great example. Number 7. Indianapolis, Indiana. Square footage for $375,000, 2,847. The city of Indianapolis is more than just a sports town, as it is the home of the Indy 500 and the NFL's Colts. This cutting-edge tech center is also enticing young professionals to move here, in part because of the high-paying jobs and housing that's much more affordable than on the coasts. In fact, according to a recent study from Realtor.com, Indianapolis has the greatest proportion of affordable mansions in the country. To summarize, a $375,000 house in the Indianapolis region is quite spacious. The majority of the listings are single-family dwellings, with some condominiums and townhomes included. For a hair under $380,000, buyers can find a recently upgraded 3-bedroom, 2.5-bath house close to downtown. It has plenty of room to spread out at 2,560 square feet. Number 8. Youngstown, Ohio. Square footage for $375,000, 4,540. The pandemic has caused home prices in this industrial city to rise, as transplants look for cheaper real estate. On the whole, compared to other cities, costs are cheap in this struggling city with a somewhat higher joblessness rate than the rest of the country. Youngstown, like other Rust Belt cities, has seen its economy plummet as steel factories have closed in recent decades. Despite this, General Motors has a substantial presence in neighboring Lordstown, as well as several local hospitals. A According to Al Ciratelli, a real estate agent with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services in Portland, most homebuyers in the area are looking for houses that cost less than $300,000. That $375,000 would certainly get you a premium home in this area, he adds. Buyers looking for discounts can discover them in Youngstown city limits, but a nearly 5,000 square foot mansion with 4 bedrooms in the suburb of Girard is listed for $375,000 on the nose if you're looking for space. As you can see, the median price of a home in America varies greatly depending on location. For example, in Youngstown, Ohio, you can get a lot more house for your money than in other parts of the country. However, many people are moving to cities like Greenville, South Carolina, and Indianapolis because they offer a great quality of life for a relatively low cost. If you're looking to buy a home in America, it's important to do your research and find the area that best suits your needs and budget.